Hi guys, welcome back to another cash stuffing video. I'm Claire Budgets. I am a server and I work partish full time. This week I will be stuffing a little bit less than my previous 2 weeks as it does start to slow down in the summer for servers. I'll be stuffing, well, I made $591, but I'll only be stuffing 503 of those. The rest is going to go into my savings account. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First off, we have our bills binder. Go ahead and get that all set up. Alrighty, and as you can see, since it's the first of the month, pretty much everything is empty. Well, first up is rent. Rent gets $100. I guess I never closed these after depositing. Or did I? No. So there is 100, and there will be 100 for our first week in rent. You know, I'll just do all these at once. Next up, we have utilities, and utilities is getting $35, 20, 30, and 5. And that is all we have for utilities, because that was also deposited this month. Next up is subscriptions, and subscription is getting the usual $8. So if you haven't caught any of my previous videos, subscriptions just mean like my streaming services. So I pay for HBO Max and Crunchyroll, as well as my Spotify Premium and the Apple Storage Pay, which is only like $1. And I set aside money for that each week and treat it all as like one conglomerate bill, basically. So that has 8 in it. Next up is debt, and debt is getting its usual 50. It's the only one with money in it still, as you can see. Alrighty, that's gonna go ahead and get that. And debt now has 100, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 300. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80. Yes, $300. My goal for this envelope is to get to 700. So we're almost halfway there. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in these before I move on to the next binder. And 300. Alrighty, and moving on, next up we have my cash envelope. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to my cash envelopes. First up is gas, and as you can see, gas is empty. I had to spend all of that last week to fill up my tank some because I had like less than a quarter left. So I had to go ahead and use that. Gas will be getting $20 this week. Can't believe how much I'm having to spend on gas. I cannot wait for those prices to go down some. Alrighty. Next up is groceries, and I didn't end up needing too many things from the grocery store last week, so I'm only stuffing 60 this week because I do have some money left over from the previous week. Yes, so I had 41 left over. So gas now has 20, I'm sorry, groceries now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 101. Yeah, that should be plenty to get me through this week. Plenty. So we said 101 for groceries. Next up is my eating out, and as you can see, I did not spend it all this week, unlike my previous weeks. So dining out is getting its usual 50, and I will have an extra 20 in there, which freaking rocks. So dining out now has 20, 40, 60, and 70. Wow. I'm not too shabby. Alrighty. Personal will not be getting anything this week. So we're just going to move on from there. And last but certainly not least, my favorite thing to stuff actually are my sinking funds binder. First up is beauty, clothing, makeup, whatever you want to call it. This one's getting $25. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I did do a bill exchange where I exchanged these out for $100. However, I decided I was unlikely to use that all in one place and I'd rather have it in smaller denominations. So I went ahead and switched that back from the last bill exchange. But yeah, so anyway, it's the same amount, it's just in 20s again. So beauty now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and 125. Also, if you've missed my previous cash stuffings, this is going towards a shopping haul that I plan to do in, I don't know, maybe the next couple of months, because I did almost no clothing shopping during the COVID-19 outbreak. So that now has $125, which is awesome. It's been fun to watch this one specifically, and a couple of the others slowly grow. Pet care is getting 40. If you've missed my previous videos, this is going towards my dog getting spayed, which the vet told me would cost around $600 to $700, which is crazy, but you know, it just needs to get done. And so that's going to be happening the next couple of weeks. And I'm just trying to get as far ahead on that as I can. And the rest of it I will use for my savings account. And I will pay myself back using this envelope as well. We just added 40. So now pet care has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 300. So we're almost halfway there before taking her in, and they let you do payment plans at my vet care, which is nice. So that's right about where it needs to be right now, because that's still a couple weeks out. So that has $300. Next up is vacation. Vacation is getting $25 this week. So vacation now has $125. Cool. I wish I'd put a little bit more towards this week, but you know, every little bit counts. I'm proud of what I have been able to put away. Okay. Next up is birthdays. And if you've been watching me, you know that I don't have birthdays for a minute. So I got time to fill this one up. 20, 30, 35. Isn't that crazy? My family has like no summer birthdays. Alrighty. Next up is Christmas, and Christmas is also getting 10. I'm a little bit behind on this fund, but since right now I'm moving into my slow season as a server, I'm kind of just putting away as much as I can this fund and hoping to bulk it up in the later half of this year, because during the holidays is when servers are our busiest, and usually that means we make more money, in which I'm going to hopefully be able to stuff this a bit more. So Christmas now has 20, 30, and 40. It's something, right? Next up is car maintenance. That's getting 10. This is just for like basic things, car washes, oil changes. You get the idea. So car maintenance now has 20, 10, and 30, 35. Looks terrible. My handwriting is so bad. Ugh, you should see my server pad. Okay, housing. Housing, this is for things like decor and things that would, you know, help make my apartment feel more comfortable and like a home that I am slowly adding to. So housing now has 20, 30, and 35. And savings will be getting the last 50 here. Oh, and this savings fund, if you've missed my previous videos, is probably going to end up being a retirement fund. I'm hoping to use this money to open up a Roth IRA with. I do have a separate savings account that I put money into this week that I do about every other week. It's I have a nice safety fund, emergency fund, safety net there. And so I'm hoping to move on to other types of savings accounts. Specifically, retirement is what I'm interested in right now. I want to get ahead of that, start early, put aside a little bit each week, and hopefully over time it will really start to add up. So I'm hoping to start a Roth IRA using this money, but I still kind of looking into it, figuring out what all that entails and what's the best way to go about. Like, do you use the robo? Do you use the person? Yeah, so I'm still figuring that stuff out, but I'm pretty sure that that's what the savings is going to go towards. So let's go ahead and give that account. Savings now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20, 40, and 50. Hooray! It's quite a bit of money over just a couple of weeks. That is awesome. Okay, and that is it for my sinking funds binder. 550, the big one for the ends. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting my channel. I hope to catch you in the next cash stuffing video. Bye, guys.